like shit, it's all rock gut for me.
Yeah. And I got guys that
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Collins.
Here.
Blue.
Here.
Contos.
Here.
Dan.
Here.
Garmin. Buxton. Here. Everyone received the minutes from the previous council meeting. Any amendments? Hearing none, minutes stand as approved. No one here for public speaks. Go right into committee report. Service.
Pretty short tonight, just some updates. Under the roads, the village used about 23 tons of salt so far this year compared to last year at this time of 60 tons. As far as water goes, the gas company has installed the new meter down at the pump house for the generator. The lines and everything are hooked up now. We're gonna have OD Miller come out and get it all finished up. That'll be done. The 360 software, I talked to you guys last week about the software that we're looking into. We got a couple more questions that need to be answered. So apologize not having that for you tonight, but we will take our time with this and make sure we do it right. So under parks, nothing. Building is nothing. Any questions? Yeah,
Doing a fine job, Henry.
like it?
Yeah.
What was that gas line I saw just recently? I think I saw a truck down there the other day.
Well, the gas meter just the other day. Yeah, the gas line's been done and the generator, of course, been down. We just been waiting on this meter.
Yeah, I did notice though, we have razor wire and a fence, right? Around, there's like a huge
Yeah,
gap
yeah.
under.
Underneath, yeah.
That's what groundhog.
So when that's all done, we'll just backfill.
It's gonna be hard to squeeze that generator out of that gap.
If I
No,
can
but
get
you
through it, it's probably too big.
Yeah.
Climb under it, bang on it, break it.
No, that'll be taken care of when it's all done this spring. So. Any other questions?
You all are putting the privacy inserts in, right?
We talked about that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
That wasn't in the original.
no. We talked about it though. We're gonna talk with Kurt about it. See if we get some quotes and see how much it's gonna cost to get it done.
What, that privacy thing?
Yeah.
That won't be- That's just a little script you slide down
Yeah.
there.
They're not that expensive, I don't think.
We're just,
Get the ones from R&K up there in Louisville. They got those old Venetian blinds. Just use those slats.
I don't think they're UV resistant, so they wouldn't last. very
We'll
long.
figure it out.
Yeah.
They're metal.
We'll get back with you on that.
Yeah, let
later.
me know.
All right. We'll do it.
Thank you. Thanks, Dan.
No problem.
Takes us to safety, chief.
Okay, since the last meeting, we conducted 20 traffic stops. We handled 4 suspicious person calls, 3 follow-up investigations. We had a felony domestic violence and an unauthorized use of a vehicle. It got pretty interesting down on Nassau.
What's that? Somebody tried to run somebody over?
He started beating the crap out of his girlfriend and wife in the car. She pulled into a business. He threw her out of the car and continued to slap her around, and then got in her car and left her standing there. So he had a prior conviction of domestic violence, so that bumps it up to a felony. Plus he took her car without her permission and unauthorized use.
Wow.
So
Jeez, man.
we got warrants and went to Canton and
A non-resident passing through. A non-resident passing through.
Was that Friday?
last
Yeah, last
the
Friday.
Friday before. So we went as Canton for assistance and we went and snagged him out of his house, took him to jail.
Good.
We had 1 DOA call, 1 civil complaint, 1 animal complaint, a welfare check. We had a mental person, 1 outside agency assist, 1 juvenile complaint. We towed an abandoned vehicle, 1 alarm drop, and 1 property damage hit skip. I also received another quote for the in-car computers. This one was from Phil. For 4 computers and printers, total $11,142. we can tame that down if we're only gonna get, if we're gonna get a new car, we'll get 3. That way they're outfitted. So it'll come in cheaper than the other place. Also, we started doing some testing on the GPS. Now you have to take in mind that this is just a testing unit. So it's not got all the bells and whistles that the units will have if we purchase them. But it does do a fairly decent job. So one thing I did notice, I was in the Explorer Thursday or Friday, I can't remember now. And when I was going through Willow, that area up there, it was documenting that I was on Wood Street. So I don't know if the parameters the parameters definitely need adjusted, but this system's not capable of doing that because it's just a test unit. But it does a fairly good job. And I have some printouts here if you guys want to check them out.
Sure.
Might have something to do with the state. UPS comes into the village, stops at the light on Nassau at Wood. It says it's at Cedar.
Yeah, you know, it could be some of the GPS too. So I know the trucks get confused down here. GPS will take them straight into the fire department instead of making a left.
Or they try making a right turn there at the Historical Society.
Mhm. That's printed on front and back too. So. But yeah, the back didn't print out very well.
So it's just keeping track of every time it moves?
Yeah, it's supposed to be max 3 miles an hour at a pickup,
Yeah.
or at least 2 minutes traveling, and it tells you what streets. It doesn't give you an address, but it tells you the streets that you're on. Now with the bought and paid for system, we can do what they call geofencing. We can pick an address and mark that, and then any time that we drive by that location, it's going to document it. So if we get somebody who complains that they don't see a policeman, we can geofence that area, and then every time it goes by, it's going to
Then we can
let
tell
us know. Then we
here's a piece of paper saying he drove by.
right. Tells you, yep, drove by 12 times this week.
Yeah.
And then also the system's got the capabilities where if say the cruiser leaves the village, I can get a text message, or we can put speed limits on it, all kinds of stuff.
crazy.
Yeah, we just can't do it with the test unit, but the regular units, we can put all kinds of
Anybody else want to see it?
different things on it.
So when's our 2 full-time officers leaving, or is it just
No. I haven't got a date from them
not
yet.
eight yet?
As soon as I do, I will let you guys know. I know they're both still going through some testing, so.
Has council given any thought to the GPS contract that I sent out or handed out last meeting?
The contract?
And it's a basic cost and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, I can pull up the map on my computer, but I don't think it'll let us print it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you
And that's
geofence it, it shows you on the map.
Like I said,
of the whole
geomapping,
village,
and
and
also
you can
the
geofence
actual
around that
mapping
area.
will give you a map
So imagine
showing
it's-
the paths through the streets and whatnot. Whereas this one just gives you like a breakdown of the text and whatnot, but
Talking about it long enough, the costs are
Is
ridiculous.
this a report that you actually have to generate, or is it just one of those?
That actually gets emailed to me every morning. One's an idle report and one's a trip report. The idle reports, like if you're sitting on Nassau and Cedar running traffic, it's gonna show you sitting.
So since you're the chief, you're the guy running it, right?
So far,
Yeah.
yeah, I get, the way they have it set up now, every morning around 7 o'clock, I get an idle report email and a trip email.
Yeah.
And then I print them off, and that's what they are.
That was the track star?
Yes.
This was this thing that it was idle for that time period that we're looking at.
So like, is it saying like, this at 6 hours, so is that like,
So these are
Is it
just
only when
the
it's on?
timestamps.
These are idling, yeah. For this whole time, they idle 20 minutes.
oh, so that's 6 minutes?
Yeah.
Idle time.
That's only if the car's on, it's obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's saying it's sat in idle for 6 minutes.
6
and it was
minutes,
on-
yeah.
It was on the move and it was unfortunately at that point.
Yeah, they're gonna tell you the time here.
The
Started
county contingency
12 a.m.
plan.
Everything starts at 12 a.m. since we'll drive the parks on the first
Phase
out.
one is done with
Like at
the,
6:29.
basement of the sheriff's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's on the-
Yeah,
what is that?
cops used to run the thing, I was on Cedar Street. I got lost. Yeah, where the hell?
I mean, that's total idle time and that's not. That's not very much, it's 20 minutes in that time period.
That's another.
This is just the next day, basically. then.
Yeah. It's got a big store here. And it might hurt you, right?
So
We
we
do
do
it in 24-hour increments.
But you can run different types of reports. And this is just an item somewhere that's sent out.
Yeah,
that
that's-
you can.
That's the idle.
I did recognize.
Which one?
I seen it in the morning.
Sailor. And that seems like.
Sailor, this is
Morning
trip.
stands where that word.
He was sitting there like.
411 we're on
Yeah.
that. Just doesn't UPS.
He's an old guy.
And I was coming down, we were coming to Cedar Street.
We
We
were
were watching my nephew wrestle for Glen Oaks. So like, there were 3 cars coming down the hill flashing their lights.
Well, to G, yeah.
Get down there, yeah, he's sitting there.
We just can't do this.
Even the end of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a.
Well, I can tell.
Yeah.
We're constantly getting email every time. It's-
I get an email every morning on it, and it's a 24-hour
At the
report.
Oh, it's not an email. Every.
No, every time you
It-
move.
it- Oh, it's like, man, that's.
It's a 24-hour report, yeah.
I got it.
family dog or watching Google.
And they're plates that are printed on both sides.
So I'm sure it was other places.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, that's good.
Hey, chief,
Yes, sir.
for 7 devices?
Yeah, but I think mayor talked about putting them on all the village vehicles.
Oh, okay.
In case somebody jumped in and run away with one.
Yeah, I'd be more interested in seeing like the map.
Did I show you the map?
A little bit of it.
On
Yeah,
my
it wasn't
computer,
doing a
yeah.
whole lot, but yeah. Maybe we can get that together.
Yeah, we can't do that with the test unit.
That's that,
Yeah.
okay. That just gives us an idea.
When you purchase the units, it opens up a whole bunch of stuff you can do with it. The test units is limited.
I mean, if you think the unit's gonna work out nice, I mean, I think we should get them for all the village vehicles. I mean, nice having that option.
Yeah, like I said, you can put different alerts on them too. They go out of the village, I'll get a text. They go over a certain speed limit, we can set speed limit parameters and. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not putting you guys up on there.
You'd be getting a lot of text from us.
Put them on the lawnmowers.
Councilman Blue, you have that, quote that I handed out to everyone. What's the total cost on it?
Total cost is $2,164.
Any thoughts from council?
Can I see that? I freaking left that one.
How many units was that? Was that?
That's for 7.
The
Seven.
village?
That's 3, was it 3 PD and then 4 service, I believe, right? No, I'm sorry, the other way, 4 and 3. Maybe we had 7 total, yeah.
Well, our vehicles cost an awful lot, and if it,
I mean, that locator on there for one, but
right.
that's it.
But the only thing I don't get is we already got GPS on the cruisers now, right?
No.
No, we don't have
Supposed to, in
GPS.
theory, it is, but we requested a report, and the gentleman that runs those reports has resigned his position with Stark County, and they don't have anyone else that can run the reports.
That's what happened. So I never did hear anything back from that. I mean, we were supposed to have them, and I've requested, I don't know, 3 times maybe, and for whatever reason, it just falls through the cracks.
Are we paying for that particular
It's
service?
part of the
Part
service. That's
is-
one of the reasons why we went through that.
Yeah, it's included in our dispatch.
Well, I think we should be getting some kind of refund.
Yeah,
Services
Fully.
not rendered.
yeah. I mean, if we paid to have something installed and it ain't being, we need a refund then.
We didn't pay extra for it, nor I didn't build extra on our monthly stuff.
It was just part of the
It's
way
just part of
factors it, you know,
It's built right into our computers in the car.
supposedly, but we can't ever get a
Well, you
report.
can, if you sign on the computer, you can go to GPS and it tells you it's working. But
Unless you can get a report out.
there was issues with the
Is that those donated computers?
guy that's in charge of that. He up and just
Consider that too.
Mm.
That's
walked out.
the quotes that he's getting for new computers, that's why, because at the end of this year, those stop working. And those are donated to us by Stark County. So we have to replace the computers, this year, end of this year, I believe, right?
That's what Phil's telling me.
And that's your $11,000 quote.
Yes,
Do we
that
do
also
this now, or
includes,
do we have to
that's
wait for-
computers
Well,
and
just telling you.
ticket printers.
Ticket printers,
We can get a
yes.
permit approved. We can approve it, but we can't buy it right
Will
now.
the new computers have that?
Oh,
Yeah,
when we get
Probably
Yeah.
instead of buying it.
I'm hoping by next meeting. I'm waiting on the
But GPS is
It's
still
a
going through.
separate, yeah.
amended.
The GPS is working fine, it's the running of the reports is the problem.
We don't
This
spend more
is an
than-
independent, only we have that the access to it, so we run the reports on demand. We're not relying on a third party to run the reports for us. That's the advantage you get with this.
That's just a one-time fee, right? Is there
It's one time fee, and then every year it's like $1,000, I think it is.
1260.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Okay,
looking
that's
at,
what-
seeing what it was.
so that's for all the vehicles.
Yeah.
You know,
So that's 180 a vehicle per year for being able to run reports. You want to save money, I'm sure that,
And these, if we go with this system, they will be hardwired
full reports.
into the vehicle, so they can't be tampered with. Unplugged, or like the test one's plugged into a cigarette lighter. So if you unplug it, it's not doing it. These will be hardwired. You won't be able to tamper with them at all.
so what's a set of circumstances we're gonna, I mean, what are we gonna do and say, oh, we need this information?
I mean, for one, if the vehicles are leaving the village, we'd be alerted at that as well, so we know what's happening. I mean, this report shows idle, things like that, so if somebody says in the village, hey, there's somebody patrolling, somebody's moving the vehicles, we have verification that
They
that may
don't.
or may not be accurate.
On the report, it says it sat idle for an hour and a half and somebody's taking a nap on duty, so.
Either that or they're watching cars go by in the morning waiting to write a ticket.
Well, yeah, you have a point there.
Yeah.
But then
It could be anything.
Then they wouldn't be cruising around the way they're supposed to. so.
I don't know, I just see with our 2 full-time officers leaving, and I haven't been able to talk to them as exactly all the details of why they're leaving. That as far as the benefits go, I'm sure there's benefits to this system, but the drawbacks might be deteriorated relations between us and the people that work for us, depending on how we handle it, you know what I mean?
Is this pretty standard in other police departments?
Yeah, most of the big departments have them. Canton, Akron, they all have GPS on them.
I mean, most company vehicles have GPS on many of them. There's a lot of companies out there in one, but yeah, well, I think a lot of villages and municipalities have GPS in vehicles.
Yeah, as long as we use it for the right purposes, it's
Yeah.
not gonna be an issue. I don't see an issue.
I think GPS, they're wearing a body cam 24/7 anyway, so.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes those fall off, I heard, though.
They will if you get in the right fight.
Do we have a motion for that? Yes, I don't look for that.
Yes. You wanna hold off till we get permanent appropriations done, that we said?
Well,
We just can't pay it.
you
until-
can't agree to pay for it, because I don't think we've got enough in the police department. They're the ones I think is running low for our temporaries.
I know there's a substantial dollar value set against the vehicle, plus all the electronics on the inside of it, so. You know, anything we can do to keep it in our possession, I think would be worthwhile.
We might want to look at, to our insurance agents, see if there's a break in our policy for having them. Some do, some don't.
I doubt it. They haven't cut us any breaks, and it
Right.
looks like we're gonna get an increase this year, just in talking to them.
You know, wants to call Joel back.
Not that much of an increase.
I mean, I think we've talked about it enough in the past and we've brought it up so many times. I feel comfortable making a motion to make that purchase. And based on when those appropriations are completed, to move forward, actually getting the units in.
I'll second that.
I was leaving that open for you.
Roll call, Collins.
Yeah.
Blue.
Hey.
Contos.
Yay.
Van.
Yes.
Garmin. Buxton.
Yeah.
Anything else for safety?
Oh, you can keep, I got them on my, I can print them off.
You got the email?
Alright, takes us to judicial.
Resolution 2024-03. Resolution by the Village Council for the Village of East Canton, Ohio, to authorize the village administrator to dispose of village personal property that is obsolete or unfit for its intended purpose pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 721.15C. Village of East Canton Village Council, Stark County, Ohio, met in regular session 19th day of February 2024 with a quorum of members present. Whereas Ohio Revised Code Section 72115 provides C, that the legislative authority of the municipal corporation determines that municipal personal property is not needed for public use or is obsolete or unfit for use for which it was acquired, and that the property has no value, the legislative authority may discard or salvage the property. Whereas the East Canton Village Administrator recommends that the village personal property that is obsolete or unfit for the use for which it was acquired should be disposed of, to wit, 1992 Ford F Super Duty 350 bucket truck. Whereas when legislative authority finds by resolution that the municipal corporation has equipment or machinery which is obsolete or is not needed or is unfit for public use, the personal property may be disposed of under the terms and conditions as determined to be in the best interest of the Village of East Canton. Be it now therefore resolved, based on the recommendation of the village administrator, the council for the Village of East Canton finds that the 92 Ford F Super Duty 350 bucket truck is equipment or machinery that is obsolete or not needed for, or is unfit for public use, and each of is of no value. And be it further resolved, the village administrator pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 72115C shall dispose of the items in a lawful and environmentally responsible manner. So,
Second.
Roll call, Collins.
yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Contos.
Yay.
Van.
Yes.
Garmin.
Yeah.
Buxton.
All right, second reading of ordinance 2024-04 by title only. An ordinance to amend and adopt an amended holiday schedule for the East Canton Informational Handbook for all full-time and part-time employees of the Village of East Canton, Ohio. So moved.
Second.
Roll call, Collins.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Contos.
Yay.
Van.
Yes.
Garmin.
Yeah.
Buxton.
Yeah.
Anything else for judicial?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Collins. Anything for grants? Which takes us to finance.
Finance, I'd like to make a motion to approve the invoices in the amount of $39,392.44. That's presented by Fiscal Officer Geis.
Roll call, Collins.
Yeah.
Baloo.
Yay.
Consos.
Yay.
Dan.
Yes.
Garmin. Buster.
Also like to make a motion to approve payroll in the amount of $16,211.63. That's presented by Fiscal Officer Geis.
Second.
Roll call, Collins.
Yeah.
Baloo.
Yay.
Consos.
Yay.
Dan.
Yes.
Garmin.
Yeah.
Buster.
And last but not least, I'd make a motion to approve the January 2024 bank reconciliation.
Second.
Roll call, Collins.
Yeah.
Baloo.
Yay.
Consos.
Yay.
Dan.
Yes.
Garmin.
Yeah.
Buster. Anything else for finance?
Nothing.
Thank you, Councilman Buxton. Takes us to other. Anyone have anything for other before I request council consider an executive session? All right, so requesting the council consider an executive session pursuant to ORC 121.22 G1 discipline.
So
Second.